All right, my friend. So Orlando writes in, and he asked a question about taking a pension or the lump sum and rolling out to his IRA on behalf of his wife. And sadly, his wife is stressed out about job. And I'm like, why? If memory serves, they don't have any mortgage. They got lots of money, and she's going to stay working for another year and a half, even though she's maybe 2 years. I think it's 2 years. Because she's way stressed out at her work, but she's even more stressed out about the idea of not having health care. This breaks my heart, man. Her job is literally stressing her out, but it's even more stressful to think the idea of not having health care. And this is just, it's nuts to me. Anyway, so it's sad, man. This is what they've done to us. They've done this to us. How dare you even think about not having health care through your employer? I mean, she has COBRA for 18 months. We know that for a fact. And she's still going to Obamacare if she needs. I just don't understand why people are so stressed. I get it if you have pre-existing conditions, pre-Obamacare. I get that, 100%. Those days are gone, thankfully. And again, I'm going to admit, Obamacare has worked out better than I would have thought. So far, so good. Again, that assumes that you get quality care. Just because you have insurance a la Cuba doesn't mean you have good care. Anyway, so the question was, she has about $390. She can roll over to an IRA, or she's going to get $2,700 a month for a pension. She's 63 years old. No clue if it's a joint survivor. No idea if it's a 20-year period certain. No idea. So we're just going to assume it's a single life annuity or a single life pension, if you would. That means she gets $2,700 a month each and every month while she's breathing. She stops breathing, we're going to assume it stops. I don't think that'd be the case, but let's just assume that's the worst case scenario. Or she could take $390 as a lump sum and roll into an IRA. All right, so you know how to do this, right? You take $2,700 a month, you times that by 12. I can't remember what it was off the top of my head. That's X amount of dollars. I say it was about 29,000, I think, 30,000, something like that. You divide that by the amount you could roll over, which is, I think, like I said, $390. If memory serves, it came out to about an 8.5% distribution yield. Man, to turn away, like, I don't know their circumstance. I don't know if I have literally no idea. If memory serves, they don't have any debt. They get a lot more money than that $390,000. So it's not like this is the only money they have. I don't get how you would not take that pension, not do a lump sum. I mean, I'm sorry. If you get 8.5% distribution yield at 63 years old, try finding that on the market right now. Try going to immediateannuities.com, put in a 63-year-old woman, see how much of an income stream you get. You're not going to get anywhere near that kind of what you're getting on your pension. Now, again, I don't know the risk. I don't know the reward in terms of how much they need. I have no idea. For pure numbers, though, there's no way I would not take the pension. Not making financial advice to Orlando. Don't know him from Adam. Just some dude to email me. Come on, do this. Are you kidding me? Your wife is stressed out at work. And she's going to stay working for another 2 years to continue the stress, all because of the worry about health care? Again, maybe it's just me from my perspective, because I've been dealing with clients for almost 25 years now. And I've just seen time and again people dying well before it's their time. And all the time they thought about, planned for, is all gone. Because the wife is dead, the husband's dead. You know, people die in car crashes on the way to work talk to a guy today, client. Great people. Commutes an hour and a half to work each way. And it's funny, we're running the numbers for them, their expenses, in Right Capital, and they had $6,000 a month as retirement expenses. Plus, they still have a small mortgage. They're only 58 years old. and mortgage, property taxes, homeowners insurance costs them $2,000 a month. That's all right. Well, it's weird because I don't get the impression they were big spenders, but spending $6,000 a month plus spending $2,000 a month on a mortgage, plus you initially had $2,000 a month on health insurance. That's $100,000, $120,000 a month right there. I didn't get the impression at all. This is before I talked to them, that they were big spenders because they didn't have a huge mortgage. They, basically own their cars, driving older vehicles. I said, this doesn't make sense. And I knew what it was, that they're including, their $6,000 a month was all inclusive, to include their mortgage, to include their health care. So we got to talking. I said, all right, well, if your mortgage is part of the $6,000 a month, we already have your mortgage in the other area for a housing cost. So let's take that out. It drops from $6,000 to $4,000 a month. Oh, healthcare, we got that someplace else too. Let's take that out. Drops from basically $2,000 a month. We're getting them some vacation. I think 10, 15,000 a year in vacation for 15, 20 years. They're charitably inclined, so they somewhat tithe of $5,000 a year, which is good. They got grandkids they want to dote on. They're going to need a new car, the whole thing. But they're on Obamacare now, and so what we're doing is, well, they're not yet, but they're going to be. And so we went to healthcare.gov and we said, here's what it looks like. If you keep your income at $60,000, it's your AGI, at $60,000 a year, you're going to qualify for the premium tax credits. $1,380 a month, man. So, and they're in some place up in the Midwest. They got 24 PPO things in the coverage, 6 HMOs. So you're going to qualify for, basically your subsidies are going to almost pay your whole premium. So that what was $6,000 a month, now spending goes down to $3,000 to $4,000 a month when you factor in vacation goals and tithing and stuff. And the funny thing was, when they had initially done the thing, they said their pre-retirement expenses were $1,000 a month, not including the mortgage and all that, with the travel. Their post-retirement expenses were $6,000 a month, which didn't include the mortgage. And I said, nah, that's not right. Anyway, long story short, it didn't look good. They only had a 7% probability of success, even though they have well over 7 figures of retirement accounts. And they're both making good money. They both get basically the max Social Security. But when you actually crunch the numbers to get reality of your expenses, you're like, wait a second here. Not only you're not running out of money, look, could you run out of money? Sure. According to the statistical probabilities that I use in Right Capital, which is based on Vanguard, they're not. It's not guaranteed, but it's 100% probability of success according to the data I put in there. And I'm very comfortable with that data. I'm actually quite conservative in my data. Anyway, so long story short, they're not running out of money. And in today's dollars, they're leaving about $1.5 million to their kids and grandkids. So not only that doesn't include their house, it doesn't include firearms, it doesn't include baseball card collection, it doesn't include any of that. So not only are they not running out of money, they're leaving a boatload to downstream. And I tell everybody, don't fight coach, so your kids can fly first class, for heaven's sake. Freaking enjoy it. Now, thankfully, my man had just this week before we chatted had given his notice. I said, no pressure on your old buddy Josh here, because I was like, okay, but be as it may, they're fine. Commute an hour and a half each way to work for a job that pays you $120. 7.65 goes out the door for FICA. You got, we'll just say 5% to your state, another 15% or so to Uncle Sam. You're losing almost 30% right out the gate. What's the risk reward of sitting in a car in high traffic areas for an hour and a half each way? Have you ever actually looked how many people die on the roads each year? Like 50,000 people, man. How many of those people are dying on the way to work? I don't know. It'd be interesting to find out. Anyway, so I told my man here, I said, look, whatever you do, just don't get up on a roof changing Christmas tree light bulbs, all right? Or Christmas decorations, cleaning gutters. Hire somebody for that. Last thing you want you to fall off a roof and kill yourself before you had a good chance to spend some time with the kids and grandkids and your better half. We all got a chuckle out of that, and the reason is it's so true. Why take a risk if you don't need to take the risk? And going back to my man Orlando, Orlando's last name is Magic, by the way, Magic. Just joking. I'm going back to Orlando. I'm like, why tell your wife to take the risk of the stress that's wearing her down? I just don't get it. I don't get it. I get it. I mean, I do get it. It's just sad. All right. So I can't tell Orlando what to do specifically because I don't know everything about him. But I'm just sitting there thinking, man, you got $2,700 a month coming in guaranteed, or a lump sum of $390. It's not even debatable to me. It's not. You know, extenuating circumstances, I guess. Right on. But in that regard, it's a no-brainer. I'll hear your thoughts.